the question is how to be successful without following a mirage. Because actually, what I've been really seeing in many years of therapy, but not only that, I'm always very curious about everything. I'm always watching videos, following different paths. Also, there are not therapeutic paths, but they are really inviting us to be guided to a path of self-awareness, and then maybe um, paths that could help us to improve our life and become successful. And I can see that many times these are very interesting. Actually, they say very interesting things. They are very well organized, but there is a but. I think there's the majority of people that are really following this path are struggling a bit, and there's a reason why this is happening. So before going deep into this reason, I'm going to talk extensively about that. I want to really focus on this sentence: when I am successful, I will finally be happy. And this sentence is so common. It's actually in all of us. So we are always postponing our life, and this sentence is something that is really motivating us. It looks reasonable, obviously, and yeah, and it's obvious. It doesn't sound extreme. It's we think, okay, I'm gonna improve myself. I'm gonna do certain steps. I'm gonna improve my life, and at that moment I will be happy. And this is quite going. Actually, I've been really diving into this idea, and I've been also seeing that actually I know many people that are poor, that they are not really following any of these paths, that are maybe have been struggling a bit in the life, but they found a different way to be happy. And it seemed so strange to me, because I thought, how could it be possible that they don't have anything of what our society is telling us we should have or we should achieve in order to be happy, but they look much happier than me or much happier than others? Why it's so possible? Mm, so, because I was saying, this is something that is so common. We have been raised by our parents that, in their turn, they were raised by their parents with the same kind of principle, with the same kind of idea. Do your best, work hard, have big dreams, follow these steps, and then you will be able to change. And if you don't do that, you really have to work harder. And if you are not able to achieve these things, then there will be consequences also in terms of your value, how worthy you are. So this is something that is really important, because our life seems to be always something that we will live in the future, not now. Now is not possible. Now we cannot really relax, we cannot really rest if we don't do enough, if we don't do exactly what we would be supposed to do. And we cannot feel peace, we cannot really uh, be at peace in our life. And our worth is something that we always have to earn through our hard work. We need to wake up. You have seen in the groups where there's a 5 a.m. club, Close by You club, that it's a name that I wanted to give to this, because it's going to be a different 5 a.m. club of a very famous one. So, but obviously, there are wonderful human beings teaching others and trying to help others. But I think something is missing, because our society is giving very negative messages regarding ourselves, regarding our worth, and how to really earn our worth. Um, so what I'm doing is not really questioning success. I'm a fan of success. I love success. It's something really. I think it's important for us that to be able to really be motivated by our goals, our idea of doing something good, something even something big sometimes. But the problem for me is what when happiness and love are always placed somewhere else, somewhere in the future, and we need always to keep moving. So I'm an expert of that. Actually, I'm a professional of doing this. I've been working on myself so much. I was very lucky to meet the right people at the right moment many years ago. But the idea is now I cannot be happy. How could I be happy if I don't have all those things? I don't if I am not there where I am supposed to be. So when something feels so normal like this idea, it's really really difficult for us to ask ourselves where it comes from. So we don't really try to investigate. It's like a certainty, is a unconditional truth. We accept that without any proof. We need to just do it, do everything that we think we are supposed to do. And this actually, if we want to just slow down a second, we want to really broaden our thinking. It's like a reflection of the world in which we are living in. Success actually has become the primary measure of value. If you think about that, and once it was not like that, but now our really worth as human beings is really confused to our success and our worth as active, um, like with our commercial worth, if I can say that, as a person, active protagonist in this kind of society. So we are seen if we produce, and then we matter if we achieve, and we exist only if we are visible. And when I say all these things, imagine the social media. Think about everything we see in the social media. We see people taking maybe we all did like selfie, and people that are taking selfies on private jets, and then people saying, I'm gonna show you how to make this fortune. I'm gonna show you how to become rich. I'm gonna show you how to have all these real estates and all these things. And and there are many people that are really proposing themselves in that way, and many others, the majority, are looking at them like, oh, how could they do that? How could they really achieve all of this? And how could I be here and not being able to do regular things in my life, and maybe to pay the bills this month? Or what's wrong with me? That there must be something wrong with me. And we start to think, oh, they have a big value. They're much better than me, and we start to think that our worth is actually not there. So this is not just cultural; it's actually psychological. So as human being, we are wired for belonging, not for performance. But actually, when belonging feels uncertain, so there's an emptiness inside of us, something is missing, and then performance, the society also gives us the possibility of follow a certain route, and then the performance takes the place of belonging. And when performance replaces belonging, then success stops being a choice. So, this is actually, when I was saying that I'm a fan of success, I'm a fan of success when we have the possibility to choose. But in this society, in this reality, in this life, we don't have the possibility to choose. It is all or nothing. We are we are valuable or not valuable, we are lovable or not lovable. That's it, depending on how much success we are able to really achieve. And this uh, so the success becomes at a certain point not anymore a choice but a need. So unconditional need, I mean, we need to be successful, otherwise we are failures, otherwise we cannot live our life, otherwise we're going to be miserable, otherwise we're going to be depressed, and we're not going to have the life that we really deserve, or that we really want. So behind ambition, very often actually, there's not ego or greed. There is actually a need. And what are these needs? Because schema therapy is talking a lot about needs. And actually, schema therapy is talking about emotional and relational needs. So we are born with these needs. These needs are of all of us, and they are really really important. Depending on what kind of answer we give to these needs, then we can develop certain issues, or really living a better life, being more balanced in our life, and be more positive, and be more trusty. We could feel safer, and we could feel luckier. We could really live a much better life. So these needs are, they need to be loved, they need to be seen, they need to feel safe in a relationship. So in order to really be able to satisfy these needs, we actually, if a success really take the place of belonging, we start to follow success, thinking through the success I will really satisfy, I will really meet my these other needs. But we don't really see these needs. We think, oh, okay, the only possibility, the only goal, the only path in my life is success. And it seems that success is the final goal, but actually it's not the final goal. It's a tool, it's an instrument to really achieve something different. Well, we don't know that. And we are lost in ourselves, in our life, and in this world, really. And when someone is lost, it's so easy to be manipulated. It's so easy to that someone else will give us solutions, will give us paths that looks like very good. They look perfect. They look very clear, but actually they are not taking care of a very important aspect. It is what we are going to talk about today. So I'm going to talk to you about this in this webinar. So what is really missing? So this modern culture is talking about success. As I was saying, if we go on social media, it's success. I've been I've tried to participate to another big community that is growing, that is school, and I remember that it's very nice because I was interacting, I was talking about these topics, and someone said to me, I don't really care about anything of that, I'm just here to make a lot of money. So he said something like that, and I was so surprised. I mean, at least he was very clear and very explicit, and he was saying that. But I was talking about emotions. I was talking about relationships. I was talking about life with deeper meaning. And he said to me, "No, I'm just here to make money. That's it. This is my final goal." And then I always think about so many people that are talking um, about obviously life and the end of our existence, and what is really important. Then I think about my children, and I think, oh, what I want to pass to them. I want to pass this message. I want to give them this idea that money is the most important thing, success is the most important thing. I've always tried to really give different message to my children. Three children, I have three children, I was lucky to have three children. And then I always give this message that in life, it's really important to follow our dreams, obviously. It's really important to follow our passions. but it's also really important to help others, and it's also really important to make this world a better place. And I love that they are really feeling that. They know that they're going this direction, even if they have big dreams. I mean, I always try to support them, but it's not. And sometimes they come to me and they say, "Oh yeah, this guy is saying to do this, this, and this. You should do that, Dad." I smile. I think, "Oh yeah, I've been there. I tried that. I know that." But there is something more. There is something that is missing. So what I want to say of this slide is also what is written, that despite of uh, our society is built up in a way that is really conditioning our brain and our personality, our nervous system is shaped in a different way. So it doesn't respond to that. It doesn't go for success. Our nervous system is going for love, is going for relationships, is going for being seen by others, is going for safety. So, mm, as I was saying before, we try to use success as we think that success is the final goal, but actually we are trying to achieve something different. um, and what we are trying to do through the success, what is that, is really we are trying to avoid negative feelings that are really there because we haven't received what we really needed. So through the success, we are trying to fulfill ourselves with something that is temporary, but and in fact we always need to do more and more and more. But it's something to really avoid those negative feelings. It's something to really focus on, distract ourselves, focus on also on the mirage that we are creating and other people are creating around us, the society is creating this mirage, with the idea that if we do more, we're going to have a control of that. We're going to have a control of our life. We're going to have a control of the results that we will achieve. Um, and this is something really, really deep into ourselves. So the idea is that as I am, I'm not enough. If I want to receive those things that I need to be more. I need to be wealthy. I need to be successful. I need to be, uh, yeah, powerful. And so people will give me love. I will be safe. People will really want to stay with me and have a relationship with me. And sometimes it's I mean, we are all, many of us are thinking like that. And so um, our society is built up in this way. But actually, as I was saying, it's something that is always it's not consistent. We always have to fight. We always to have to do more and more. um, so this painful sentence that I am not enough is something that we don't choose, but it's happening to us. When we are very little, we are learning these things through experiences, through what we are living in the relationship, through what we are not receiving. And so we are always busy, very busy, busy, trying to prove to ourselves and to others that this is not right, that we're going to be good, we're going to be able to do it, we're going to be able to achieve, and we're going to be able to do as others are doing. So we want to prove um, our worth through all of this, but actually we don't feel worthy. We don't feel worthy. It's not something that it lasts inside of us. They stay there. As I was saying to, I've been saying this to many of my clients. I mean, I'm talking really many clients. So we we have this idea of happiness as a goal that we need to achieve in our life, and then we start to say, okay, what is happiness? And we say, oh, happiness is going to be when I will have the right job, or happiness is going to be when I'm going to have the right woman or the right man. Happiness is gonna be when I will be very rich. And actually, what we see is that happiness is not a place, or is not a really any of this. um, Happiness is not a place or a time that we reach, and that when we have reached that, no one is going to take it away from us. Happiness is a direction that that is really uh, not a, really a shortcut to achieve something that everybody are saying that is positive. It's a direction that is also done of sometimes of pain, sometimes of suffering, sometimes of um, moments in which we don't have what we want. But it's a direction to uh, the idea of feeling good because our needs are met, our emotional needs, our relational needs are met. But we don't know that. And sometimes we try to find the shortcuts because many people are saying, I did that. And so this is really effective. Do it. Do it and you will be happy. You will have everything you want. But it's not like that.